freaking white. Holy shit. It's bright. Anyway, I'm like, okay. Hello, hello. It's been a minute since my last one of these. Hopefully, some random people are watching this, listening to me. Hopefully, in the future, most of humanity gets their attention span back, and we have some more intellectual conversations. I recently saw the Odyssey, the Christopher Nolan movie. The remake of Homer's Odyssey. Um, which I haven't read. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and lie to you all and be like, oh, I love this book. Which that's something I'm seeing online at least, and throughout some other perspectives in my vicinity of like people like complaining before they even watch the movie, um, which I find so dumb. But I recently watched that movie. I thought it was really good. It was like one of the. I haven't been in the movie theaters in a long time, and this movie was like this is a movie you have to watch in theaters. Like I wasn't shaking, but the movie theater was shaking from just like some of the scenes, how loud they were, how intense some of them were, and I personally felt like I was really immersed. Can you stop chewing on that? Stop it. But I really feel like I was immersed into this world. Obviously, I'm in the movie theater, so that's kind of the point. But I wanted to bring up, since I don't go to the movie theaters that often, and the only screens I'm on my phone and my laptop, it felt so rewarding in a sense. Like I didn't, like it didn't feel like I was just seeing something else, right? Seeing another thing on a screen. It felt like I came to just watch something very individual. And this cat is like attacking me and playing with me and rubbing up against me. It's so annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna get you. Don't even. Anyway, I really felt as if that this was very individual, and I wanted to bring up the point of like limiting screen time in order to like enjoy things more particularly, particular, particularly. I don't know if I want to use that word, but I wanted. I think we just. I think there should just be less action on these screens and more imagination going on outside of them, or stemmed from them, instead of just like immediately going towards the screen and replacing our imagination with it, which is what's happening. It's just too easy not to do that. I don't know. I had another thought. Let's read from my notebook. See, read through some thoughts I've read or I wrote down recently. People need a structure to believe in. That is the control the mind sits in, a structure of mind. What is outside structure? Sounds cannot be bought and sold. Exercising our focus mechanism, improving 1 second at a time. That's something I've been thinking about is like being an individual amongst this world and really trying to like build a routine to exercise my focus on the things I want. It's not an easy thing. It really isn't. If you've ever, you know, fully kind of realized you're in a situation, you're trying to drastically change the habit of your family tree, because a lot of what happens is, you have the individual who awakes within a family, and they eventually resort back to these old tendencies because it's so foreign to them. The foreign shores are very uneasy to enter, all because it's unknown, all because you don't know the feeling that sits in that environment of going there and acting upon it. Something I notice is every social situation I'm in, I end up having to fuel each conversation. I'm stoking the fire every time. I don't. I'm kind of annoyed by it. I need to find people who are stoking the conversation. Which there are a few people who ask questions, and there are. I met a guy yesterday who was like asking me questions. I met two guys yesterday who were, kind of on the same path with me. Really good artists. Um, I don't know. It was cool, but I was showing my art at this place, and it was a good experience. I really enjoyed socializing, but it also made me realize what I want to do, what I need to do, and that can be very freeing. It made me want to just go work on it, right? And not isolate myself, but like choose my time wisely. Choose some people who are willing to express themselves openly, without fear, without like hesitation. I'm so done with this passive aggressive bullshit from people. Like, hop off the fucking wagon, bro. If you're fucking just half-assing it, if you're not willing to fucking dictate your experience, not others, your experience, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I wrote, a destiny is first decided when we take paths and roads actively choosing. The world opens up to the seekers and the edge runners. Based off what glasses you put on each day, based off the lens you put on, shapes the content of your life, the narrative, the myth of your life. And we're in a very godless time, I would say. A very godless time, and a very, for lack of a better words, satanic, demonic time where it's more witchy, it's more free form. And I think a lot of people think along the terms of God being good and evil. Like, God is good, the devil is bad. And I think in our Westerner point of view, it's not as simple as that, and it never will be, because there's so many complex nuances that exist amongst our multiculturalism, and it's not just black and white. You can't just navigate it from simply, navigating a statistic or a code or a system based on a language that doesn't necessarily prioritize or respect or involve everyone that lies within the boundaries or the perimeters of this sort of system, this form that holds it or holds us. I notice that I find myself reaching a bored state, and very I'm very thankful to be bored. I want to start viewing my boredom as a very luxurious thing, because it is. Boredom is a luxury. Some people can't afford to be bored financially. Some people can't uh, benefit from downtime at all. Some people just fear boredom, you know? Boredom is our luxury, and if you have the honor and pleasure to feel boredom, use it. Pick up a book, challenge yourself, write something. Even if you want to watch something, little, not brain rot necessarily, but watch something that you enjoy. You don't have to feel guilty in that watching. There's this just notion in our Western sort of capitalistic lives that we must actively be participating and spending and creating. And a very revolutionary act is doing nothing. Because the intention one holds in their act lies in their perception, but it also lies in their ability to express themselves in such a way where there's no contradiction within their language and their being, their being in the now. But a lot of people nowadays, due to a variety of reasons, are trapped in this very thinking mode, analytical mode, whether it's from fear or an inheritance of genetics or an inheritance of habits. The thinking mode traps them in this this mode of, how am I being perceived? Always considering the other before themselves. That is real imprisonment. How can we? My question is for everyone. I'll end it kind of with this. How can we, as humans inside this system, the surveillance state, whatever, how can we not necessarily destroy the camera or destroy the gaze of the other, or destroy this system where people are trying to gain something from you always? How can we look past it and forget it, not acknowledge it? I'm not saying accept it, but how can we come up with a better idea instead of confronting these horrible ideas? We must create a new underground, a new landscape, a hidden world